If you have Velocity frequent flyer points and you're trying to use those points to fly business class to Europe, chances are this is a very familiar looking page to you. No business class reward seats. But in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can increase your chances at getting business class reward seats when you use your Velocity points. Now before I get into it, if these videos are helpful to you, I would really appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up, comment, and also subscribe to the channel so I know that these sort of videos are helpful. With that in mind, let's get straight into the video. So the first thing that I'm going to discuss with you today is I'm actually going to show you an example of just how we can increase our chances at getting business class seats to Europe. Europe is so far away, it's about 24 hours from Australia. You can see here from Sydney to London, by the time you factor in the stopover, which you inevitably need because it's on the other side of the world, you're looking at about 24 hours of travel time. Now, it's really not ideal for us to be flying that in economy if we already have the points available to book those business class seats. We just need to understand how we can increase our chances at getting those business class reward seats. So for this example, I'm trying to find 2 seats from Australia through to Europe, and I want to do this for June next year, one of the peak periods for Europe flights that people are looking for. So let's try and find 2 seats to Europe in business class using Velocity points. You can see from this search here, if I go through and check these different flights here, this is from Sydney and I'm trying to get to London. Just by clicking on a few of these different flights, there are no business class reward seats that have popped up yet. Now we almost got lucky here, but this is premium economy. It is not business class, which is unlucky. Pretty much I can go through all of these. I have checked them all and there are no business class reward seats available anyway from Sydney through to London. So what we can do then is we can start getting a little bit flexible with our search criteria. We can then check Melbourne to London on those same dates, 2 adults, and I can go through here and see if I can find any business class reward seats. That one wants 2 million points. That's not going to work. When we find a reward seat rate, it should cost us roughly around 150,000 points. So I just keep going through and finding these business class reward seats. The Velocity website is actually pretty painful to navigate. You have to go through individually and go through these individual flights in order to find those reward seats, which is a bit annoying. Now, after we've exhausted both Sydney and Melbourne, you can then search from Brisbane. Now, I have done this search. There are no reward seats available. Now, the first key lesson that I want to bring up is actually using those lesser known departing cities. 2 cities in particular that I'm talking about are going to be from Adelaide or also Cairns. Now, because these are not one of the major cities like Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane, Adelaide and Cairns often get missed, which means that there are sometimes reward seats available just because people aren't regularly searching it. Now that is true for this example. You can see here 2 adults flying from Cairns to London on the 17th of June is available. A business class reward rate is available, meaning I can fly business class for 158,000 Velocity points and $600 in taxes. And there are 2 seats available, which is great. Now the first thing you're probably thinking of, but I'm not in Cairns, I'm probably in Sydney or Melbourne or Brisbane. Why would I want this flight from Cairns when I'm in one of those other different cities? Now, the good thing about having points is it's extremely easy to fly domestically using frequent flyer points. If you're in Brisbane, Melbourne, or Sydney, very good chance you can find a domestic economy flight from one of those cities arriving into Cairns. Maybe you fly there the night before you start this 22 hours of flying. Now, if you don't want to use your points, you can just go ahead and book a cash ticket. It should be like a couple of $100. But what this is going to do is it's going to unlock 22 hours in business class seats, as opposed to if we just want to be stubborn enough to stick to our one departing city, we are going to have to settle for premium economy or economy if there are no seats available. But if we do expand our search options and we fly out of Adelaide or Cairns, we can often find these rare reward seats we're chasing. Now, in order for you to search all of these 5 cities, so Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Cairns, and also Brisbane, doing that on the Velocity Frequent Flyer website is going to take you hours. It is extremely painful to navigate. You can't really do it very quickly. The way that you would go about doing that in a much faster fashion is going to be a site called Gyoza Flights. I personally use Gyoza Flights every single day to run my Patreon group, where I alert them of the very best business class and first class reward seats that I find. But when you use Gyoza Flights, you can actually search Australia, which is going to search all of Australia's major airports: Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Adelaide, Cairns, Perth. And you can actually search all of Europe's major airports as well, meaning you can search about 20 different airports all at once, search all of those different destinations, and then you can then filter through the month or the dates you're looking to travel to. You can then go ahead and search the frequent flyer program that you have, so Qantas and Velocity. In my opinion, Gyoza Flights for Australian frequent flyers is the very best search tool to help you speed up this whole process and find the seats you're after. I can then filter through by how many passengers as well that I want, and I'm going to get this nice concise list telling me exactly which dates these flights are available, which routes they're available, and also if it's got any stopovers, how many points, and another key thing is it's going to show me how many reward seats are also available. So you can see just by using Gyoza Flights, I found this Cairns to London flight on the 17th of June, which I probably otherwise wouldn't have found, because more likely than not, you're just searching Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, and you're missing out Adelaide, Cairns, and Perth flights. But when you use Gyoza Flights, I can find all this data and I can see if there are reward seats from these less popular cities that I can snap up. Now, if you do want to sign up to Gyoza Flights, check the promo codes that I have in the video description. In there, you're going to save 50% off the annual rates and 25% off the monthly memberships. Those are some massive savings. All you need to do is use the promo codes in the video description link. Now, this is going to be great for you if you are chasing a very specific flight on a very specific date. But if you don't really have anything specific in mind and you just generally want to find the best business class reward seats that are available all throughout the year, check out the link in the video description for my Patreon group. In there, I search Gyoza Flights, the Qantas frequent flyer program, and the Velocity frequent flyer program every single day, and I alert my members of the very best business class reward seats that they can book using their Velocity and their Qantas points. To be honest, Gyoza Flights is amazing, but it does still require you to manually search through this data, often taking 20 minutes at a time just to go through it all. If you just want to get alerted of the very best reward seats every single day, check out that link in the video description. So I hope this has got you thinking. Use those less popular destinations such as Cairns and Adelaide to look for more reward flights that may be available. Then use Gyoza Flights in order to speed up that whole process for you. And if you just want to get alerted for the best reward seats, check out my Patreon group. Hope to see you in there. I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.